Tomb Raider was one of the first PC games I played. If I remember correctly, my brother received it as a gift. This could have been between 1996 to maybe 1998. I know it's a wide potential time frame, but I don't really recall the exact date. After I played the original, I had a bit of a falling off with the game. I never played any of its successors until the new Tomb Raider came out for the PS3. This video focuses on the rise of the Tomb Raider. And as you can see, I tried running the game with the lowest graphical settings at native resolution, pushing DirectX 12. As you might know from my previous videos, I do not like showing frames, as it can change your perception of the game's playability. However, in this case, it's very noticeable. The game is not running well at all. And I even tried showcasing some of the input lag. Even at its lowest graphical settings, the game looks astonishing. Too bad it isn't really playable at all. I then tried changing the settings to DirectX 11, and the results I got were even worse. The game becomes completely unplayable. On my last attempt, the one that turned out to be the most playable, I was actually using 800 by 600 resolution, using the lowest graphical settings and pushing DirectX 12. At this point, the game seemed to be playable, however, there was still some noticeable input lag. By the way, I do apologize for the reflections. The last change I resorted to was to go into XTU and increase the wattage. On my last attempt I was running 11 watt TDP. I chose to start a new game so that you could see how well it played using these new settings. But going back to the Tomb Raider for PS3 story, I bought the game a while after it was launched, but I tried to limit my exposure so not to spoil much of the game's vistas and surprises. I remember when I started playing, I was blown away. The game had such a story and the gameplay mechanics had changed so much. However, at its core, the game remained the same. I have a confession of sorts, and maybe I'm not alone in this. I very rarely finish games. Even if the games are really good, for some reason I get pulled to other high priority things that end up limiting my playing time, and I end up just dropping the game. Tomb Raider was one of the very few games I actually played end to end without stopping. It was that good. But this video is not about the Tomb Raider for PS3. This is about the next game in that series. It's about the rise of the Tomb Raider. If the first one was so good, then I assumed the second one would be a good follow-up. I decided to give it a go. Using my Dell gaming laptop and Steam in-house streaming, plus a Pico projector, I was able to play the game in my living room, projecting to a wall at around 90 inches. Needless to say, it was an awesome experience. So much so that I ended up playing for about 3.5 hours. Now I know that might not sound as too much time, but when you have a 1-year-old, that amount of me time is almost unheard of. Given that the game was so good, I thought it deserved space on my precious Win 2 limited storage. This is a fairly demanding game to run, and the fact that I'm running it in a handheld is amazing. With all these changes, the game was running at around 25 to 30 frames per second, with the input lag minimized. Not entirely gone, unfortunately. At this point, I would say the game is definitely playable and extremely enjoyable. The only thing to note with these settings is that the GPD got considerably hotter. There are videos out there that show how to lower the graphic settings even more for the game, but I didn't go through those. I might need to look into repasting to improve thermal performance, as I really don't feel that comfortable pushing the Win 2 that hard with its stock thermal solution. So one last thing, and then I'll let you enjoy gameplay without further interruptions. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comment section. If you think there's something else you want to see covered, then again, add it to the comment section and I'll look into it. Okay, thanks for watching.
Storm's getting closer. We have a couple hours at most.
Should be enough time. We're almost to the top.
What do you think?
We're close to something, Jonah. I can feel it. Just this last stretch to the top.
Alright. Let's see what's up there. Feels pretty solid here, but keep close to the wall.
Okay. Looks like we climb from here.
Keep your eyes open for falling ice.
Right. Let's take it slow and steady. Just stay with me.
Look out!
Oh, shit.
That was close.